Yes.
Wall, here. Walker.
Here.
Stady.
Here.
Brian Cruz.
Here.
Machinsky.
Here.
Okay, consideration of approval of the meeting agenda for tonight. Under department and committee reports, item A is the water department Wade Trim monthly report. B is the zoning administrator's report. C, the planning commission minutes. D is the zoning board of appeals. E, building and grounds committee. F is the board of review. G, downtown development authority. H, develop filer committee. I is the personnel committee. J, elections commission. K is the fire department, and L is the PEG commission. Under new business tonight, we have item A, consideration of approval for Spicer Group to perform surveying services at a cost of $2,630. Item B is consideration of approval for operations services to install commercial and residential meters at a cost of $33,950.
I'll make a motion to. I'll second.
Motion by Brian Cruz, support by Dean Cruz to approve the meeting agenda for tonight. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Under the consent agenda for tonight, we have A, the minutes of the special board meeting from January 22nd. B is the financial report. C is approval of the township general fund expenditures, including the fire department. Those checks are numbered 36298 through 36386. Accounts payable total $64,264.10. Payroll totals $11,569.22 for a grand total of $75,833.32. Item D is approval of water department expenditures, checks numbered 2563 through 2573, totaling $21,383.35. Item E is approval of sewer operating expenditure, checks 1010 through 1015, totaling $23,149.96. F is approval for planning commission members to attend the 2019 Master Citizen Planner webinar series, offered February through December of 2019 at a cost of $20 for regular registration and $10 for Master Citizen Planners. Item G is approval for landowner consent for survey work for eastern hemlock trees, the hemlock woolly edelvid and elongate hemlock scale from the Grand Traverse Conservation District, ISN and TNC at Lagoon Creek in April of 2019. H is approval of a budget amendment in the amount of $1,000 from fund balance of the liquor law fund to salaries and wages. Under communications and announcements, tonight we have item A is the Manistee County Trail Committee meeting minutes, and item B is Charter Communications change in channels and charges letter. And again, I would entertain a motion for approval of the consent agenda. Motion by Stady, support by Dean Cruz for approval of the consent agenda for tonight. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Public comment for tonight. Public comment. Okay, then moving into department and committee reports. Item A, you have the monthly water report from Wade Trim. And just a note, I will be asking for a similar type of a monthly report from the city on our sewer, monthly report for the sewer. They, as you know, have the operation and maintenance responsibility on this. And as soon as Elmer's is released from everything, then the city will take over operation and maintenance. But for right now, it's still under Elmer's. Item B is the zoning administrator's report, which you have on the table in front of you. And also there you have a copy of all the land use permits for 2018. Fairly extensive. C, the Planning Commission, you have the minutes in your packet from their regular meeting of January 15th. And item D, no zoning board of appeals this past month. Item E, building and grounds, there also was no building and grounds meeting this past month. Likewise, board of review did not meet. Item F. Item G, the DDA minutes from their January 2nd meeting is in your packet. And along with that is item F, the copy of the minutes from the Develop Filer Ad Hoc Committee meeting of January 22nd. Item I, Personnel Committee did not meet this past month. We do have a meeting scheduled for this month. Item J, the Elections Commission did not meet. Fire Department, you have Jim's report that he just gave to you. Jim, you have anything else?
Just a couple things. Total calls for January were 20, 17 medicals, 3 fires, with one of those calls to Horizon Point. We also had one automatic mutual aid with Stronach. Last month we received, or December, we received a check from PCA donation for $2,000. And the officers got together and we decided that we'd like to purchase 2 ice water rescue suits. With the ones that we currently have are not only outdated, but they're also starting to leak. We have 4 of them right now, and all 4 of them leak. These new suits are about, the reason we want to buy them now is they're on sale. We can get them for $6.95 a piece. We would like to purchase 2 of them with that, using that money from PCA. They're called like Mustang suits, or similar to the ones that the Coast Guard use for cold water rescues. And so I would ask the board for approval to go ahead and purchase those 2 using the funds that PCA donated. So we're looking at about $1,400 plus shipping. And one of our members, Crystal Falk, she did get into that class in Mason County. That class is moving along very well. Everything's going good with the class. Last night we went there and apparently we had lost our switch for all of our internet service, so we lost our internet, our phones, all of our computers, all of our cameras, and the switch failed, and it should be under warranty because that's the one that we just put in when we did the camera project. So Gordon thinks that it should be covered under warranty. However, we have to send it in first before they'll send us a new one. So last night we took it all apart, and I managed to, I had a small switch there with just a couple ports in it, so I managed to get the main phone in the truck bay up and running, got the internet going again, I got the computers back up, and I got 2 of the cameras working out of the 6 that we have. So that's all the plugs I had for the time being. So we're kind of running a little bit short on that. So and again, I'm still looking for an answer on the credit card. There's things that we need to purchase, and we have no means to purchase them because we need to purchase them either online or out of town. So we're looking for that credit card approval. Last week, we had a member go down to the Nestle Corporation in, down by Hershey. They donated about 50 cases of water to us, which was very nice and much needed water. So we have that now to put on each truck so that we have, in the event of a fire, we have some hydration for the members. So that was very nice of them. We had a contact name and Logan called and made the arrangements and just had to basically just go down and pick it up. So Matt went down and picked it up last week. I just handed Shirley a bill for $1,050 for emergency repairs on our rescue. Our rescue went down, was out of service for a couple of days. We had it repaired by the Accurate Truck Service, which is our new neighbor across the parking lot. They did a nice job. The gentleman came over before he took the truck out of service. He came over, checked it all over, said, yeah, this is what we need to have, and so he got the parts ordered. So it was only out of service the minimum amount of time that it could be. They had to basically strip it down and take the intercooler out for the turbo and that, and replace that. Actually, they gave us a pretty good rate at $1,050. So Shirley just got that one there. So, and other than that, I don't have anything unless somebody's got some questions for me.
Jim, I'm just curious how you think that repair cost would compare to, you know, where you would normally have gotten it done before. Was that I mean, it's nice to have it right next door.
Well, we went to Manistee Ford, because it's a Ford truck, and they couldn't get us in for a couple of days. And it just so happened that we knew the guy that's working in the shop next door, and we said something to him about it, and he said, well, let me come over and check. He came over and checked it, and he came right over to the department and took a look at it and says, yeah, this is what we need to do. And so then, but normally we in the past, we have taken it to Manistee Ford to have any repairs done on it. So.
I think cost-wise, it's...
Cost-wise, it was probably less expensive. The labor rate for Accu Services is less than what Manistee Ford charges for labor. So I think we got a pretty good deal on
that's good.
what it was. So they pretty much had to strip down the front of that truck. They had to take the radiator out and they had to drain the coolant and they had to take the turbo off and everything. So there was a lot of work involved. So they had to recharge the air conditioning unit because we had to take all that stuff apart.
Well, it makes it very convenient with them right next door too.
Well, it is, and what's nice is that they took it out of service for the absolute least amount of time that they possibly could. So for them to tear it down and to put it back together was the only time that we were down. So we were down about a day and a half. So that wasn't too bad.
Good.
So I guess the only action that I would request would be the approval to buy the cold water rescue suits.
Well, I had a question, and I have two, Jim. We definitely don't want you guys using leaky suits, obviously, but I'm curious, do you get many calls to assist on
we haven't had any this year, but this has been an exceptional winter also. But we have in the past where we've gone and we've assisted with the city.
Okay.
We've done training with the city with the suits, ice water rescue suits. And normally when we train, they pick the coldest, blizzardiest day of the year to do that, and we go cut a hole in the ice and do that. But we have all the other equipment for ice water rescues, you know, for thin ice and people that have gone through the ice or even just strictly cold water. You know, people that are out there, they have a tendency, they like to get on the jet skis early, or they get on their sailboards and stuff like that. So water is not always cooperative. So,
Well,
but like I said, those are they're two dry suits, and they are the type that are somewhat flexible for the difference in size of the people that will be wearing them. Okay, so, and that's why we looked at 2 or 3 different styles, and this is the kind that is real close to what the Coast Guard uses. And we have possibility of getting a couple of the suits from the Coast Guard when they replace theirs. So we may have, so that way we'd have something that's similar to what they already have. And that's why it'd be, and like I said, the reason we're looking at them now is because they're on sale.
Well, if there's no other questions on the suits, I would make a motion to approve purchase of the two cold water rescue suits.
I'll second.
Okay, yeah, motion, amend the motion to cost plus shipping. Any discussion on the motion on the floor? Okay, all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And if anybody wants to, you're more than welcome to come and jump in one of those suits when we get it and go jump into the icy water of Manistee Lake if you'd like to.
You're not gonna give us a leaky one.
Yes.
The TV, didn't we authorize $1,000 for him
Yes.
quite a while back?
Yes.
Why can't he go pick out a TV somewhere and we cut a check and send it to wherever he wants it before we deal with a credit card?
Did you ever go to Myers?
Went to Myers, they didn't have what we were looking for exactly, and they weren't on sale at the time when we were looking at them, so, we're looking for, a 65 or a 70-inch TV, and, they do have them in other locations, other than locally. So, but we're looking at, in the neighborhood of, under $800 for a TV. I don't really want to spend, I really don't want to go out and spend, $1,200 for a 70-inch TV. I mean, even though it's going to be used for training, because that's the main purpose of it, because we already have a TV in the station, so we don't really need another, but this is to be worked out perfectly for training purposes in our training center. So,
So,
I
Authorize
just,
money.
Brian's question, Jim, is, we did authorize up to $1,000 purchase, and if you locate one online and surely cuts a check.
how soon, if we find one, how soon can we get a check cut? I mean, I guess is the question.
Well, when do you plan to find one? And I can tell you when I can cut the check.
You tell me when you can cut the check, and then I will go out and look for one.
What is it, a day or two?
I could cut that
So,
check
it's already been
tomorrow.
approved, it's not, the issue's not being approved, the issue is coming up in front of $1,000 or whatever it is for that TV.
I believe you'll be in here to sign checks, won't you, tomorrow? You come in every day, so, yeah. Let me
If there's
know.
a problem, I'll give you the $1,000 and they can reimburse it. I'll give you cash right now. Two for TV? No, I mean, we
See
gotta
what you
get you a
can find.
TV that's been months ago.
Yeah, see what you can find, Jim, and give me a call.
I'll find
Yeah,
one.
we should
I'll
get
find one and I'll
15.
let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Smart TV you need, right? You need a smart TV.
Well, it'll be one that's modern.
So I imagine internet, don't you hook up internet in it?
Well, it's, the smart TVs are internet-based and that, but we really don't need that type, that's all we need is the HDMI port so that we can plug a computer into it to do our training.
Okay.
Because the computer will do anything that we need it to do as far as going online and getting, doing research or putting stuff up on the screen, so.
Okay.
Okay, anything else, Jim?
No, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Under new business, we have demographic consideration of approval for Spice Agreement.
Pay report?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, I did. Barry, I'm sorry.
I don't have anything else to add.
I don't have anything backwards, so. Okay, new business. Item A is consideration of approval for Spicer Group to perform surveying services at a cost of $2,630. And you have that proposal in your packet. That's to survey the originally 4 parcels, now combined into 3 parcels that the township owns.
I'll make a motion to do that.
This is the stuff in
The parcels that we own in the DDA district.
We have to know what we want.
The reason we're doing that.
No, that's
is
my
for
thought.
the lift station and the potable water, and we need to get a separate deed on that.
I just want to make sure that's where it was, and I was thinking that.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion by Dean Cruz, support by Brian Cruz, to approve Spicer Group's proposal for surveying services at a cost of $2,630. Any further discussion?
Yes, now, I read all this, now that covers squaring that off for the possible pump station.
The whole thing.
Squaring that off, that covers that little section already where they have put in the new pump station.
New
next
lift
to
station.
This station,
We'll have a description of that property that we'll maintain.
does it cover the parcel next to Pizza Hut?
Yes.
Covers that parcel, then it covers the remaining 17 acres, whatever it is.
It's gonna give us another parcel behind Shelby Bank for a water
For the
line.
water, yeah, where you square
It's
the
a
line.
multi-land lot,
Yeah.
because otherwise it would have been a piece of land by property.
All descriptions of everything, all cornered off, marked off.
So we should have, this is what we asked for. We'll follow up to make sure that we get what we're asking for.
Yeah. Okay.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item B is consideration of approval for operation services to install commercial and residential water meters at a cost of $33,950. And I guess I would just comment on that, in working on the budget, we did budget for that. I spoke with Patrick Gallagher about the compatibility of those with our building program that we use. The Tammy uses, and he checked with the salesperson. Those are, I think it's 1 year.
Metron, 4 year.
Metron, 4 year, and those are compatible. That information would go directly to Tammy's computer then. In that bid, you can see it's broken down. $10,680 of it is for, no, I'm sorry, that's installation costs. Yeah, I thought it was broken down.
It is, I think, on there.
On this one
Yeah.
it is. We have commercial district meters. There are 73 meters total. That would be commercial district plus industry. And it's broken down by the number of meters for each size. And of course, the meter cost is based on the size of the meter. For example, a 6-inch meter, of which we have 2 in the township, are $7,700. But the total for the commercial district is, for the meters, is $68,350. And let's see. Yeah, that came from, wasn't that approved at the January meeting?
It wasn't, I think it was talked about, but I couldn't find anywhere that
It was on the
it was
agenda, I
approved.
thought it was.
Not
okay.
approved.
Okay, well, then we need to approve that as well,
Right.
which we did budget, and this operation services agreement is for installation of those meters only. And that's broken down by commercial and residential. The cost of the 73 combination of commercial and industrial meters is $10,680. And of installation for the residential meters is $23,270. The discussions I had with Patrick Gallagher a few weeks ago on these costs, he said that's residential meters, for example, are $65 per meter, and he's talking about 358 meters. There could be a fluctuation there, of maybe 1 or 2 meters possibly, but that is what they have in their records. And what we're really looking at, what's driving this really is to get the commercial district done immediately to assist with our sewer billing as well as our water billing. And that's just going to make things a whole lot easier for Tammy doing the billing, not only the water but for our sewer.
And it'll be more accurate.
And yeah, definitely, it's, the accuracy is much greater.
So to make it simple, the cost of the meters are approximately $68,000, and the installation is $10,600, so we're at about $79,000 to do the full commercial
Right,
project.
right. And then the residential, we would like to do the we definitely want to do the residential.
How much are the meters for the residential?
The residential meter is,
65
the meter 65 for a three-quarter inch, yeah, $65 for a three-quarter inch, and a 1 inch, 65, yeah. Our residential meters are all three-quarter inch.
Is it likely that this,
$2,730 right here.
is it likely that this will happen in 1 year?
It could. It could. The discussions that I've had with Patrick Gallagher and Mike Miller is
Plenty of other things, yeah.
focusing on trying to definitely get the commercial done right away. That means this spring, and if we can do the residential, then that'd be beneficial as well. These prices are still good. We originally got those quotes, I want to say maybe 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, and I did check with Patrick, and he checked with Metron, and those prices are still good.
When you say $65 for the three-quarter,
Yes,
so that's about $23,000
yep,
plus $23,000 installations, so we're at about $46,000. So about $115,000 to do everything.
yeah.
I made the motion that we first purchase all the commercial smart meters, and also okay the estimate of $10,680 to install.
Okay, let me, well, I guess we should have a second for that motion before
Also,
any discussion. Okay, so we have a motion by Brian Cruz, support by Dean Cruz, to approve the purchase of the necessary commercial district smart meters and approve the cost of installation for those meters. When I talked with Patrick Gallagher about this today, he did say that in his discussions with Steve, his representative from Metron, he said that the sooner we can put the order in for the meters, the better, because he said they, if we don't start looking at putting those in until May, say, we may not be able to get the meters. They're off the shelf by that date. Their supply is limited, in other words. So he said the sooner we can let them know what we want and get that ordered to them. You know, we're sure of getting those meters. So, if it's the desire to just do the commercial district this year, that's what you have on the table right now. If you want to wait and see how that goes and then do the residential, we may be able to get those yet, but we may not. And so certainly we could put it up another year. But looking at two, then keep in mind that would also produce a little bit of cost savings in our contract with Windtrim for Ryan who comes out and reads the meters.
I think that 78,000 is a substantial amount of money right now to invest.
And in discussions as we were developing the budget with Tom and Shirley, our water fund balance is in pretty good shape right now. And of course, you don't know what kind of emergencies you might have, repair items and that sort of thing. But we're confident that we have the funds to do that right now.
The more that we, and the quicker we can get the whole project done, the easier it's going to be now, because now you're still going to have some people manually reading meters for a while this is going on. And you're going to have Tammy billing two different ways, the smart meter way and the other way. So the quicker we can get through the whole project, the better off it is.
It's going to cut down on the cost a little with weight trim
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the meter reading.
Right.
That's going to help. So I mean, it'd be a couple different ways to read it, but we've got to see what our funds are in the middle of the year or something too, how we're doing. And then the next project is it's $47,000. That will cover the cost of installation and purchase of a 3/4 inch. Almost another $1.
Okay, any other discussion, input?
If we okay the commercial in, say, a month or two, if we find that's working good, is there a chance we should put in on this so that we could buy the 3/4 for the residentials?
We can put our order in for the meters for the commercial district. Installation probably won't start until, the weather breaks in the spring, say April. So at that point in time,
You're going
You're
to have it
asking me,
spread
are we
over
gonna-
2 fiscal years here already.
are we gonna have, are we gonna be able to get the order for smart meters for residential? I don't know.
That's
We
good.
could,
It's gonna take time too, right? They have to go inside every home to install that meter, right?
yeah.
So that's not gonna happen overnight either.
No, but they should be, the commercial ones, they should be able to knock off fairly quickly. And then the residential ones,
Yeah, 50 residents that they gotta get into, it can take a long time. Anyway.
okay, so if that's your, the motion is to approve the purchase and installation of the commercial meters at this point in time. Sure, do you want to do a roll call on that, please?
Cruz?
Yes.
Wall? Yes. Malinowski? I'm sorry.
He's not here.
Lachinsky?
Yes.
Brian Cruz?
Yes.
Staky?
Yes.
Walker?
Yes. And when I get with Patrick Gallagher, I will ask him concerning the question of residential meters. If we decide April, May, June that
Would be nice to see them get hooked up, it works, it's compatible with Tammy's computer, there's no flaws there. Software and everything's working good. There's no problem.
Yeah, we find that that's working real well, we can do an approval on the other and get it going.
Especially if you think we have the money to do it.
Mhm.
But I want to see it work.
And they have told me that it is compatible with the software we are using, but certainly it'd be good to see that.
Yeah.
So,
Because that solves a lot of our problems.
okay. Other comment? Public tonight, okay. Anything else to come before the board tonight? Tom, you have anything else?
No?
Brian?
Just, do we get the okay from the city to tie in those Gilroys and kind of now?
Verbally, yes. I met with, last week Friday, I met with Pat Taylor, the driver, and Jeff Kula. Reminded them that, we need that in writing. Said we would get that soon. So,
Probably won't happen until spring, and the actual tie-in.
the actual, talking with Brian Sousa, as far as the actual tie-ins now, it would probably be spring. But everything's been looked at there. What we want to do is bring the work, so that will be the final connection. Tom, anything else? Shirley? Dean? And I have nothing else for tonight. Just remind you again of that March 5th DDA meeting, the last, 5:30 to hear the presentation on Mike Corby's plan. And I will get with Dale and try to nail down a time, and then I'll let everybody know. Okay, that's all I have. I'll entertain a motion for.
Make that motion.
Okay, motion by Brian Cruz, for Dean Cruz, for adjournment. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?